I am proud to say that I am a citizen of a nation which is full of diversity, acceptance, opportunities, and justice, backed up by a structured government which holds our democratic nation together. When it comes to the youth of Canada, today it seems that they don't care too much for politics or how our country is being run. They are more focused on privileges that they can enjoy because of the way that our country is run. I, for one, want to make Canadian youth more knowledgeable of what is going on in our country today, so that they may be able to give back to a nation which has given them so much. My name is Ryan McCallum Scarborough, and I am a resident of Uxbridge, Ontario, and I attend Uxbridge Secondary School. I was born January 24th, 1991, and I am also a proud employee at a Canadian franchise, Canadian Tire, and I am a proud citizen of Canada. I am the best contestant for this contest because I believe that Canada's potential is unlimited, but as of yet has barely been reached. When you are a citizen of a nation, you should feel proud. You should feel proud to stand in front of your nation's flag. You should feel very proud whenever you hear "O Canada" being played. I know I feel proud. As a Canadian, you should also feel proud displaying Canada's flag wherever or whenever you get the opportunity to. One thing that I would love to encourage to our Canadian citizens would be to show off their patriotism in any way they could. By displaying their patriotism, Canadians could put flags on whatever they could possibly put flags onto. Homes, buildings, cars, anywhere possibly that would be able to show I'm Canadian. Proud to be Canadian. That's the atmosphere which I would like to incorporate into everyday life. From there, I would encourage the construction of more Canadian franchises throughout our nation coast to coast. Lately, Canada has been invaded by large American box stores such as Walmart, Home Depot, and now Lowe's. We need to put an end to this so-called American invasion through our government and media, like commercials to let Canadians know that they can create successful franchises. To achieve this goal, we would require minimal governmental funding and lots of support from fellow Canadian citizens. From this major step, it could help our economy very well in the long run. The economy is a very hot topic right now in Canada, and this is greatly affected by what we import and export in all international trade. One way to help our economy, which I support, is refining our own resources. Right now, Canada spends millions and millions of dollars to send our oil away to get refined. Then we buy it back. It is a process that could be avoided if Canada could refine its own national resources. Right now, gas isn't cheap, and it's not going to get any cheaper than it already is right now. In areas where oil is rich, such as Alberta and Western Canada, we should set up major oil refinery stations there so that the fuel can be processed and be done and dealt with only throughout our country. From the steps of drilling, refining, and selling, it would be funded by the government because all the lost money would be gained back instantly. If we kept all of this action going on in Canada, think of all the money that Canadians would save by not sending the oil to different countries to get refined. This would make gas prices for Canadians much lower, which would make the Canadian population much happier. Another thing that would make Canadians much happier would be free post-secondary education. If students were able to maintain a 65% academic average or higher, they should get the opportunity to be able to attend designated post-secondary education spots, because not all Canadians get the opportunity to have the financial security to attend post-secondary education. If the government was to provide this to our youth of Canada, it would motivate students to work harder to reach this privilege. In order for this theory to take place, the income tax of all Canadians should rise to a point where it isn't overly expensive, but it is high enough to make this situation work. In the long run, it would give students something to shoot for and keep them focused on school and less focused on crime or illegal actions. It would also make our economy strong because of many people graduating from universities looking for work and jobs. Other issues that affect Canada include housing, daycare, healthcare, and the military. My fellow Canadians, my major goal is to ignite a passion in every Canuck's soul, to motivate them, to want to do something for their country, the place they call home, whether it's raise a flag, play hockey, or stand for our national anthem. If our citizens here in Canada have it in their hearts as much as they do in their mind or in their everyday life as much as I do, then this country is capable of many things. A great man once said, "Our hopes are high, our faith in the people is great, our courage is strong, and our dreams for this beautiful country will never die." That great man was former Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau, and that's what being Canadian is all about.